So I'm Professor Russell Martin here at Westminster College in the History Department. I study 16th and 17th century Russian history. What do? I do, well, Russia in the 16th and 17th century. What does that mean? Well, I'm one of the people that do the study of Ivan the Terrible. I'm an Ivan scholar, I think, which means I study the reign and the personality, the reforms, the wars, the family life of one of the most important rulers in Russian history, and one of the rulers that had the longest reigns in Russian history. His reforms changed everything, and so he's a pretty important figure to continue to study. So why did I choose Ivan as a topic? He's really interesting. He's intrinsically interesting. What you really want to ask me is, why did I start doing Russian history? And that's because I grew up with the language. My mom was Russian, and I was raised Orthodox. So Russian things, food, clothing, relatives, language, all of that was around me all the time. So I was interested in history, so I became interested naturally in Russian history. And then Russian history has lots of topics that are intrinsically interesting. Ivan is at the top of that list, so that's why I went there. I want people to know about me. That's a scary question. I used to play drums. My first year in college was as a music major. I was at Duquesne University's Conservatory of Music. Played drums. I'm from Neville Island. I don't tell people that often because it wasn't fun to grow up on Neville Island, surrounded by water and factories. I like to play cards, bridge, euchre. More than anything else, I love my kids and my wife.
Dr. Martin's a really cool dude. He's really into Russian history. He was brought up with it. He loves playing the drums, and he really loves his family more than anything.
Dr. Martin is fascinated by Ivan the Terrible in Russian history. He was brought up with it through his family because his mom spoke Russian and he learned it as a young child. And also found out that Dr. Martin loves his kids very much, and he also plays cards avidly.